Oh God, it's all actually happening, isn't it? Oh God. Good evening, everybody. Panic Dash is very panicked indeed. Yeah. I think no, I'm missing something. I need to do this as well. That one. There. Yes, send the message. Screw it. Deep breath in. Okay. Okay. How are you all doing this evening? Okay. I'm alive, so am I. That is a thing that also means something. Yes. Oh, that was a subscription. Less than 3. Thank you very much, Catnip, for the resub there. That's 2 months in a row. Thank you very much. Although that audio was a bit kind of garbled on my side, but I do not care about that at this present time because this is a bit too late in the game to be worrying about that kind of stuff. Shoot. Yeah, it's a bit too late to be worrying about things that aren't working properly. Let me just quickly do one more check then for that, why the audio is being a bit crap for me. System, sound, playing to the headset. That's the only option I have. Well, I'm stuck with that then, I guess. Yeah, I guess I am stuck with that. Oh, thank you very much for the bits there, Elias. And also, thank you very much, Livio, for the 100 bits as well. Okay, I think we're going to have to go actual live now. Yeah, streaming. Welcome, Farnham. Welcome, Natta. Natta, where are you? I need you in... okay, contestants, please join the Wait to be Dragged In channel if you're already waiting in Vocalize. Same with you, Natta. You'll need to jump in there as well. You did sign up and say that you would be playing, and that did presume that you would have voice. So you will need to join. And I can see the two there already waiting. Thank you. Okay. Let's go to the actual game layout and everything. Full screen desktop, I think, is the right one. Nope, not that one. That one. That's the right one. Hello. So, I am now on a crazy 3-monitor system because I've got so many things I need to keep track of for this. That's updated now, so it's got the 3 people that should be playing this evening. Hey, Natta's there as well. Beautiful. Natta, I haven't sent you the link to the thing yet. Let me send you the link to the thing. You'll need to go to that when it comes to your time. In fact, you're the first contestant, so you'll need to be doing that in a moment. Let me drag everybody else into my room. Okay, you should all be able to hear me. Hello?
Hello, Dusseldorf. This is London calling.
Hello there. Hello. And Natta, can you hear me? Cool. Good. Right, I need to turn you up slightly because you're a bit quiet. So Natta... Okay, cool. So Natta, you should have been sent a link to a thing. If you go to that thing,
Okay.
if you click it, it should go to a web page, hopefully. If it does, in the top left corner, it should say connected if it works.
Then hold on.
Connection open, so that should probably be you. And then you've just set yourself as Natta IKH. Beautiful. Let me make certain that name is set up. Yeah, it doesn't confirm it on your side. Don't worry about that. But I can see it on my side that you have set yourself as that name. That name is critical because that's going to set everything up for later. Right. How are we all doing? How we're feeling for this for the chase?
Ecstatic.
I have accepted my loss.
You've accepted your loss. Oh, welcome Hendrid with the real internet in the house now as well. Hello there, Ryan. Hello, Bananaconda. Daniel Peak, welcome.
Daniel, hey.
There's no extension this week, Ryan. This is all a viewer interaction through voice chat stuff. So for all of you in chat at the moment, you can just mock contestants for not doing things, or chasers for not doing things, or me for failing to do things properly. So it's all fun. It's...
Can you hear anything up with Ash's mic in Discord?
Excited.
Yeah.
Super excited. The chase.
Discord being Discord, I think.
What, it's still being clicky? Oh, that was what Tipster was saying. Staticky. Don't say that. If I change it to this, then specifically, is that better?
Oh, that's significantly better.
That's significantly better. All right, I will leave it as that then. And we've got some subscriptions. Thank you, Elias, for the resub there, second month in a row. And Hendry, thank you for the subscription with your Prime. Thank you. Contestants are significantly more silent, though. Is that just because the desktop audio is turned down on OBS?
Hello.
Quite probably.
Hello.
And now they should be able to hear you.
Hi. This is probably how loud I'll be speaking during the actual thing.
All right, I'll need to turn you up slightly then, Spec. But hopefully that should be a bit louder now for the stream people.
Hello.
I hope so too.
Hello.
It should be loud enough. Okay, right. How come only 3 contestants? Well, that's because we didn't have enough people signed up, unfortunately. We did have enough, and then they dropped out because I changed it to this week as opposed to last week. So that's why, unfortunately. I'm afraid. It happens indeed, it does. And I've also just realised that my layout says a bonus night of 1 versus 100, and it's not that at all. So I'm just going to turn that off and not bother about it.
It doesn't matter to me
I don't-
because in the American version of the chase, there's only 3 contestants.
That's what I mean. We're emigrating.
Unless
Okay.
you can pick out the 4th contestant from the chat from stream, but
I'm kind of happy with just doing 3 people at the moment. Might do 4 for the second game if I'm feeling more confident about this, but at the moment I'm very, very nervous about everything about to happen. Okay, so I'd rather just, if I can get it done with 3, then I'm okay. Then I will do 4 afterwards.
So in other words, we need all the power of chat to make sure that things don't break.
Yes, all the power, please, all the power. Okay.
All of the power.
So this is about as complete as it's going to be for the chase stuff. There is audio stuff, but you're not going to be able to hear it on Discord because Voice Meter is being a bitch tonight. So yeah, I think we'll just have to get straight into this. We'll go into the first individual run, which is going to be with Natter. Once you've done your cash builder, we will then introduce the chaser for this game. Okay, right, Natter, are you ready?
let's go for it, Dash.
Let's go for it indeed. So if I hit this magic button that says play individual chase player 1, we should, in theory, go into the game. And that was incredibly loud. That was super loud on my end. Volume mixer, please. I need to turn the Unity down because that was just stupidly loud. Not loud enough. Well, it was loud enough for me, and I won't be able to hear people over the top of that. So, right, Natter, are you ready for your cash build round? Natter?
Please.
Oh, you're glitching out on me now. Oh, don't do this now. Ah. Can you hear me okay, Natter? Oh, you're roboting like hell at the moment, Natter.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, now you're back.
It must be something going on with the audio or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, right. We'll try and play it as best we can. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's get going. Here's your 60 seconds starting now. Who played Rocky in the movie franchise of that name?
Sylvester Stallone.
Correct. What is the capital of Thailand?
Bouquet.
Incorrect. Bangkok. According to the proverb, what's its no use crying over?
Milk.
Spilt milk is correct. In the 70s, who attempted to jump Idaho's Snake River Canyon in a rocket?
It's
Can't hear you roboting.
rockets.
It's
I don't
Evil
know.
Knievel. Someone described as a polyglot is able to do what? Can't hear you.
Ass.
Pass. Speak multiple languages. In track and field, what's passed between the members of a relay team?
Baton.
Baton is correct. How many horizontal stripes are on the American flag?
14.
Was that 13 you said? I think I'll give it to you there. Pizza with pineapple is usually named after which USA
Hawaiian.
state? Hawaiian is correct. Typically how many lumbar... we're out of time. Typically how many lumbar vertebrae in a human skeleton? That would have been 5. We earned £5,000 in that cash build round, even with all the stupid Discord glitches going on. It does happen. And yeah, I would change the voice region if I knew how to from a voice channel. I can't... whatever. It's sort of working. Yeah, £5,000, not bad. Okay, let us introduce this game's... I need to go hit the go to chase button, and we should introduce the chaser for this round. So hit the magic button. The chaser for this game will be Tipster.
Oh no!
Hello.
How you doing, Tipster?
Not too bad. How you doing yourself, Ash?
Freaking out like hell.
And Nata, I see, is already bricking it.
I know. I can't believe I first said this, but oh well. I'm gonna have to do what I can.
Okay, so you earned £5,000 in that cash builder round. Tipster, what are you offering for the low amount?
£1,000.
£1,000 has been set as the lower bracket, but if you want to go one step closer to the chaser, he will offer you
£23,000.
£23,000 is the upper bracket. All right, you may confer with your fellow teammates what you want to do.
Score count.
You're deferring to me.
What do you think?
You're deferring to me of all people.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had a decent result, but obviously it depends on how confident you are in multiple choice stuff. So, if you feel confident, go for the 5,000. I would personally never risk going for the full amount unless you're super confident.
US pick.
But
Yeah, I was gonna say if you think you can get most of the multiple choice, then go with 5. Otherwise, go with 1.
All right,
Right,
so
okay.
1, 5, or 23, your choice, Nata.
Take the middle.
You're going to take the middle, you want to go with the 5,000, all right?
Okay. I'm trying to get something.
All right,
Pretty wise
Chaser, your
choice, in
opinions?
my opinion.
Wise choice of rare. Let's see how this goes. All right, so for £5,000, the chase is on. You just have to imagine that sound playing in your head because it does work. You just can't hear it on Discord. Okay, get your websites ready, you two. Here comes your first multiple choice question. Only lock in your answer once I'm finished reading the question, please, as well. Here's your first question. What was the title of the 10th movie in the Star Trek franchise, the final movie before the 2009 reboot? Was it A, Generations, B, First Contact, or C, Nemesis? Nata's locked in, and that's Tipster. Let's see what Nata went for. Went for Nemesis.
Yeah, I think that was the one where it was with Patrick Stewart, wasn't it?
The one with Patrick Stewart. All right. Correct answer is... It is indeed Nemesis. That moves you one closer to home. And the Chaser went for A, Generations, and stays where he is.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh.
Star Trek is not my specialist subject. Let's just leave it at that, shall we?
Alright, then.
Well, you're now four gap away from the Chaser now, and you're also 4 away from home. Let's see the next question. Doctors Without Borders was first founded in France in which decade? Was it A, the 1950s, B, the 1970s, or C, the 1930s? Nata, they're both locked in quite quickly. Let's see what Nata went for. A, the 1950s. Any reason for that, Nata?
I just went with it. I have no idea.
Absolutely no idea. Okay, let's see what the correct answer was. It was B, the 1970s. You stay where you are. Chaser's put. B, 1970s gets it right and moves one step closer.
Okay.
Chaser, anything to add?
Okay.
I think it was formed as a result of some of the conflicts that were going on at the time, particularly with the Cuban Missile Crisis going on, having just kind of happened. So that was the reason behind the 1970s. I'm not 100% certain on that, though. Gotta be honest, little bit of a...
Medicine Sun Fontaine thing, wasn't it? Medicine Sun Fontaine.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Still 4 away from home. Here's your next question. Calypso is a style of music associated with which region? A, India, B, Caribbean, or C, Spain? Nata's in, so is Tipster. Nata's put in B, Caribbean.
Well, it is actually kind of close enough because it's like, say, Jamaica and Cuba and all that, so it would kind of fit the area.
Okay, correct answer is B, Caribbean. It puts you one closer to home. Chaser has also put B, Caribbean, and stays in step with you.
All right then.
Okay, next question. Here it comes. Which Irish monk is currently considered the patron saint of motorcycles due to his affinity for the open road? Is it A, Saint Teresa, B, Saint Columbanus, or C, Saint Sebastian? Nata's locked in, so's Tipster. I thought this should have been excluded because this was asked in 1 versus 100, but apparently it didn't accept this list of numbers. It's always going to be some freaking issue, isn't it?
Was this the one that, because we had that issue with the sneak peek?
Oh no! Yes, you're right. This would have been on Toby's 1 versus 2 run. That would have been in the sneak peek issues. So that's why. Yes, you are correct. Thank you for covering that. Okay, Nata has put in B, Saint Columbanus. Any reason why you chose B, Saint Columbanus?
It was there as answer for 1 versus 100, so
It was the answer for 1 versus 100. Correct answer is B, Saint Columbanus moves one step closer. Chaser has put the same answer in as well. Stays within 3. Now 2 away from home with your $5,000. £5,000. This is a UK version, man. £5,000. Okay, here's your next question. About how far away is the sun from the Earth? Is it A, 15 million kilometers, B, 150 million kilometers, or C, 1.5 million kilometers? Nata's in. You lock in quickly, Tipster. Just in time. Nata has put B, 150 million kilometers. What was your reasoning behind that?
I went with the biggest one that I thought because it would seem that it would be 150 million.
Okay. Correct answer is... It is B, 150 million kilometers, and moves you one step closer. You're now 1 away from home. Chaser has put. Also goes with B, 150 million kilometers, and stays in step 3 behind. You're just now 1 away from home with the 5,000. Let's see the next question. Okay. Hopefully it's your last. The first triumvirate, I think that's how you pronounce it, was an unofficial alliance between Caesar, Crassus, and which other Roman politician? Was it A, Pompey, B, Augustus, or C, Cicero? Both locked in pretty much at the same time. Nata's put A, Pompey.
There's something that came to my head about Pompey.
All right, for £5,000. Is it the correct answer? It is the correct answer. Brings your money home.
Hey!
And we have one in for the final chase already.
Yes. Good.
Tipster, anything to say?
I will see you in the final chase, and I will catch you in the final chase.
All right, let's hit the end round button. That should now bring the team back up again. And there we have £5,000 banked for the team currently.
Ash,
Hello.
triumvirate.
Yes,
Triumvirate,
that is how
thank
it's
you.
pronounced.
Thank you. Trimvirate. I don't care.
It's fine.
Oh, you're talking about that.
How's that playing for the people watching the stream? Because I can't really tell. Everything's just going a bit weird for me on my headphones. It's all a bit distorted, which is weird as well. It shouldn't be doing that, but there you go. It's great. Cool. Good to know. All right, Espic, you are the next contestant up. Are you ready?
Yes.
You are. Okay. I'm going to hit the button. Let's do the transition. Alrighty, if you're ready for your cash build round.
Let's hope I get some right.
Let's hope you get some right. Let's see. Alright, your 60 seconds starts now. Switzerland has how many official languages?
4.
Correct. A classic mimosa combines champagne with what citrus fruit?
Lemon?
Say that again.
I said lemon.
No, orange. Which French electronic act's debut album was titled Homework?
Pass.
Pass. It's Daft Punk. The Persistence of Memory is a painting primarily featuring what melted items?
Pass.
Pass. Clocks. How many people play in a string quartet?
4.
4 is correct. Which are the only mammals that can actually fly?
I don't remember. Pass.
It's bats. According to Miley Cyrus' song, nothing breaks like a what?
Pass.
It's heart. Which aquatic creatures have the densest fur of any mammal in the world?
Pass.
It's sea otters. What's the capital of Canada? We were out of time. But the answer would have been?
Ottawa?
It was the correct answer, yes, Ottawa. Well, you got £2,000 banked in the cash builder for that
Toronto.
one. All right, £2,000 for you in the cash builder round. Let's go and bring on the chaser. Welcome back, Tipster.
Good to be back.
All right, what was your opinions on Espic's performance there in the cash builder?
I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like he is going to perform better with the multiple choice at his disposal.
I mean, I felt that way too, so...
Okay, so £2,000 is on the board. Tipster, what would you like to offer for one step closer to home?
One step closer to home, it's going to be worth nothing.
It's going to
Zero.
be worth absolutely butt kiss. All right, and then for a step closer to the chaser, you will offer
£15,000.
£15,000. All right, discuss it with your team.
what do you think?
Luckily for you, I knew a couple of those answers there, and if that was my round, I would have actually gotten more. But it's 30. You don't know what happens with questions. They say to go with the middle again. But if you want to go for the big one, then go for the big one as well.
You got a rough hand of questions, and that kind of threw you off a little bit. Honestly, you're worth more than nothing, but at the same time, I'm not going to judge you if you take that myself. So, again, I think I agree with Tipster. I think you'll do better on this bit.
All right, 0, 2, or £15,000. Espic, what would you like to take?
2,000 is 5 away from home?
It is 5 away from home, yes.
Alright. And it'd be 2 away from the chaser. I'm going to go with the 2,000.
You're just going to go with the 2,000? All right, locking that one in. Tipster.
I was really hoping you'd go for the 15 here.
Alrighty, for £2,000, the chase is on. Good luck to you, Espic. Here comes your first question. When was the Jerry Lewis version of The Nutty Professor made? Was it A, 1953, B, 1963, or C, 1943? Espic's in, so is Tipster. Alright, Espic, you have put B, 1963.
I don't have a clue. I just thought that a version would be later, so I picked the latest time.
Alright, let's see what the correct answer was. It was indeed B, 1963, that moves you one step closer to home. Chaser has put. Horse goes with B, 1963 and stays 3 behind you. Anything to add, Tipster, or...?
I believe that Eddie Murphy's version was effectively an anniversary version, kind of made to commemorate so many years since it had been, I think it was 30 or 40.
Oh god, my voice is failing on Discord now.
Oh.
I can see my connection info has just gone to hell. And Tips is just gone as well. Oh, I've just completely gone. Let's go over here. See if this is any better. Technical difficulties. Yeah, I might just go with a private call. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I'm just gonna go with a private call. Call. Add to call. Oh shit! I need to add them as friends and everything.
Hello.
Hello. I just need to add. No, I need to actually send a friend request to you so I can actually add people. Yeah, just a slight break. One moment. And then we need to add in. Oh,
We'll
God.
be back after the break, folks.
Yeah, very much so. I need to add everyone as a freaking friend because I'm not friends with them at the moment. And I can't move people if they're not friends.
Ash has no friends confirmed.
I have no friends confirmed. God damn it. This is going so well. So well.
I mean, at least it's not your fault this time.
Yeah, well, kind of. And so that was that. And I need to add in you, and I also need to add in you. Create group DM, and hopefully that should be everyone I need in. Hopefully that's everyone in. And then
Looks like it.
And then let's hope that works.
Just Tipster left, I think.
The Tips is still joining at the moment. You can still see the thing. I think he might have joined now.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good.
Yeah.
Am I alive?
I think so. Yes.
Okay, good. Good to know.
Great.
Depends on the definition of alive.
Oh.
Okay, right, we're back in play again. Right, so everything's been accounted for. You have all moved one step. You ready for the next question?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Alrighty, let's move on to the next question. Which song was revived due to a social media campaign and reached number 2 on the UK singles charts following the death of Margaret Thatcher in 2013? Was it A, God Save the Queen, B, Stairway to Heaven, or C, Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead? This is in, so is Espic. Alrighty. Espic, you have put in B, Stairway to Heaven.
I knew Stairway to Heaven was already like a huge song, and considering it's a death, I thought that Stairway to Heaven would be the most appropriate.
Alrighty, let's see what the correct answer is. Now, the correct answer was C, Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. So you stay where you are. Chaser has put. Goes right with C, Ding Dong, the witch is dead, and moves to 2 behind now. Tipster?
Let's just say Margaret Thatcher was not a very popular person amongst some of the people in the UK, and leave it at that.
Yeah, I think that's a very wise decision indeed.
I don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Some, he says. Yeah, let's say we'll leave it at that. Okay, still 4 away from home. Let's see your next question. Who wrote and directed the 1986 film Platoon? Was it A, Francis Ford Coppola, B, Oliver Stone, or C, Stanley Kubrick? Tipster's in. Quickly, Aspic. There we go, you're locked in. Let's see what you went for. Went for C, Stanley Kubrick.
Complete guess.
Complete guess, alright. Let's see what the correct answer was. It was B, Oliver Stone. You stay where you are. Chaser has put. Goes right with B, Oliver Stone, and is now 1 behind.
Yes, Stone more famously known for Scarface, I believe.
Okay, thank you. Right. Chaser's now 1 behind. Still 4 to go. Espic, let's see your next question. You're going to have to get these all right from now on.
Or he gets one wrong.
I mean, if he gets one wrong, then also that as well. What is the name of the green creature that loves eating candy in Cut the Rope? Is it A, Crunchy, B, Om Nom, or C, Homp Chomp? Espic's in. And Tipster's also in. Indeed, found him saying there, just as well you didn't go for the higher offer, otherwise you would have been out already. Let's see what you went for, Espic. C, Homp Chomp. Any idea on this one, or is it
I've never seen Cut the Rope, so no.
a complete
I
guess?
don't like that sound.
I honestly don't know what that sound is either. Let's see what the correct answer is. Correct answer was B, Om Nom. We stay where we are. Let's see. Has the Chaser got it right? Are you going to be knocked out at this stage? Let's see what the Chaser's put. Goes wrong with A, Crunchy, and you stay alive.
I have no... I've seen Cut the Rope. It has been bombarding my Facebook. But never have I ever looked into the name of that infernal creature.
I'm surprised because there was a web series.
There was a what?
There's a web series.
Why?
That has it.
Well, everybody stays where they are, and you get another chance at the apple here, Espic. Let's see your next question. What was the actual first name of Marxist revolutionary Che Guevara? Was it A, Roberto, B, Juan Batista, or C, Ernesto? Tipster's in, and so is Espic. Let's see what Espic has put. A, Roberto. Is this from an inkling, or...
The sets of questions have actually been kind of tough.
Yeah, have been, haven't they? Let's see if this is the correct answer. No, the correct answer was C, Ernesto. You
Of course,
stay...
the one name I thought it wouldn't be.
You stay where you are. Let's see if the Chaser got this right or wrong. Chaser has put C, Ernesto, and takes us out. And that's it. Chaser?
So unfortunate. I definitely feel you had a bad draw of questions there, but it's the way of the game.
It is the way of the game, indeed. They were difficult questions. Well, did you have fun, Espic?
I did have fun.
You did have fun.
I wish I would have gotten Natter's set of questions. Because I was doing I got pretty much all of them right.
Well, it is unfortunately the RNG gods were not in your favour this time round. Maybe next time round if we do another chase in the future. But for the time being, thank you very much for playing.
See ya.
See ya. All right, score counts. You are the next one up.
Indeed.
How are you feeling after that performance?
I have not the foggiest. I'm still expecting to make a prat of myself. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. Right. Play Little Chase player 3. And are you ready for your cash builder round?
No, but let's go for it.
No, but let's go for it. All right. Here is your 60 seconds starting now. Which number does the prefix cent denote?
100.
Correct. What was Muhammad Ali's birth name?
Cassius.
That is correct. Which of New York's 5 boroughs is largest by area?
Manhattan.
No, it's Queens. Which
No, of course
musical
not.
is the untold story of the Witches of Oz?
Wicked.
Correct. What's the base ingredient of rum?
Pineapple. I don't know.
No, it's sugarcane. In total, how many eyelids does a camel have?
6.
Correct. Which sport features in the film Field of Dreams?
Rugby.
Say that again?
Rugby.
No, baseball. The Hare Krishna movement is a branch of which religion?
Sikhism.
No, Hinduism. How many unique pieces are there in Tetris?
6.
No, 7. Luna is sometimes used as the name of the moon of which planet?
Earth.
Correct. According to the proverb, what killed the cat?
Curiosity.
Correct. The highest point in Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro. We're out of time. But for curiosity, is located in which Eastern African country?
Not the foggiest. I was just going to go South Africa.
All right. Well, the answer for that one would have been Tanzania.
Right.
Now you got yourself £6,000 in that cash builder.
That's the only good thing I'm going to do tonight.
Have to see about it, buddy.
All right. Let's go to the chase. Plays chase music. Da, 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 da. All right, Chaser. How do you rate Score Count's performance there?
A very respectful performance there. 6,000. That's quite a bit of money to put on the board. So definitely one to watch.
Okay. All right. So £6,000 on the board. For one step closer to home, the Chaser will offer you
£1,000.
£1,000. All right. But to go one step closer to the Chaser, he will offer you
£30,000.
£30,000. All right. Discuss that with your team.
Well, what do you think?
Well, frankly, in my opinion here, if you want to go for it, I think you actually are a strong enough player to do so. I mean, you have a chance to get up to 30,000 up to 35,000 first, but depends on if you actually get the correct questions. It depends on what happens.
That's what I mean. Just after seeing what happened to, just what happened there.
Exactly. So it's up to you. I'm not stuck with you because I've got $5,000. I'm perfectly fine with what I have so far, but we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So 1, 6, or £30,000. What's your choice?
I don't know how much I fancy the chances of a chocobo against a poker player. Or a lawyer versus a poker player. It could go either way, whichever character we use, but I'll just stick with what I have, thank you.
You're going to stay with the £6,000. All right, Chaser.
Respectable, but I hoped for more.
I hope for less from you.
Oh, here
Well,
we go.
curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
Oh, wow.
Catnip, is this true?
I don't know. Catnip, is this true?
Inferring that catnip has died at some point.
No comment.
Right.
Right, anyway. For £6,000, the chase is on. Good luck, score count. Here's your first question. Which composer did Hugh Grant play in the film Impromptu? Was it A. Beethoven, B. Mahler, or C. Chopin? Score count's in. Quickly, the tipster's in as well. Okay, score count went for C. Chopin.
Educated guess. Didn't sound. It's just the one that felt the most right to me.
Okay, correct answer is indeed C. Chopin. Moves you one step closer to home. Tipster went for, gets it wrong with B. Mahler. And stays where he is.
Unfortunately, before my time.
I want to bring up Victoria Coren's rant about things being before someone's time.
Indeed, fair. A fair point.
Well,
Touche, sir.
now
touche.
there is a 4-step gap between the chaser and score count. Probably should have gone for the higher offer for this opportunity, but hey ho.
Hindsight is 2020.
Indeed, hindsight is definitely 2020.
My own vision is 20.5 to 20.5, so it kind of throws me off a bit.
All right, here comes your next question. According to legend, Lady Godiva's nude ride was undertaken to get her husband to do what? A. Lower taxes. B. Divorce her. Or C. Buy her a ball gown. Score counts in. And Tipster's in. I can also see Espic's been answering as well in the console window. That's fine because it doesn't matter in this mode. Okay. Score count is put in. A. Lower taxes.
I believe that Lady Godiva was very much so in contact with the working class and was very much so upset when her husband was pushing taxes up, so I believe it was lower taxes.
Alright. Let's see what the correct answer is. It was indeed A. Lower taxes moves you one step closer to home. Tipsters went with... He's gone for B. Divorce her and gets it wrong.
I
stays-
actually misclicked.
Do you want my scene?
Jesus.
Oh dear me.
Happens to the best of
Happens
us.
to the best of us
It does.
indeed.
It does.
Now a 5-step gap between the chaser and the contestant. Goodness me. Let's see the next question. What is the colour of the second O in Google's regular logo? Is it A, red, B, green, or C, yellow? Both of you are in. Tipster was just slightly ahead. Score count's gone with C, yellow.
I'll be frank, I can never remember that bloody logo.
It's strange, isn't it? The amount of times we see that logo on a day-to-day basis, and it's like we still don't really know what the order of those colours are.
So yeah,
Alright.
just potluck.
Potluck. All right. Let's see what the correct answer is. It was indeed C, yellow. Moves you one step
Oh.
closer to home. You're now 2 away from banking your £6,000. Chaser has put... Gets it right with C, yellow, and is finally on the board.
Oh, yes.
Okay, here comes your next question. Which Star Trek film premiered earliest? Was it A, Insurrection, B, Generations, or C, First Contact? Tips is in, and so score count. Another Star Trek question, I know. The RNG's being a bit Star Trek heavy for some reason. Okay, score count has gone with Generations.
I'll be frank, I know as little as about Star Trek as Tipster.
Alright, that kind of balances it out a bit, I guess. Okay, let's see what the correct answer is. Gets it right with B, Generations, is now 1 step away from home.
My gut is serving me well.
Chaser goes with... Gets it wrong with A, Insurrection.
As I've said before, Star Trek, not my strong point.
Well, you're now 1 away from banking your £6,000 score count. You really could have gone with going higher because you still
Maybe
would
I
have
could
had
have.
you would have had a 5-step lead at this point.
Likely, yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well, as you say, hindsight is a bitch.
When it rains, it pours.
It does indeed. Okay, here comes your next question. Hopefully, it's your last, which means you would have banked your £6,000. Internet technology company Baidu is often referred to as the Google of which country? Is it A, Russia, B, China, or C, India? Both of you are in. Score count's gone with B, China.
Yeah, it's China. I believe it's China's government-mandated replacement for Google due to the firewall.
Alrighty, for £6,000. The correct answer is... Pause for attention. It is B, China, and you bank your £6,000. All right, Chaser, how's that then?
I think we've learned something about our question writing team, that they work for Google and that they are ultimately Trekkies, which is something that doesn't collide with my interests, unfortunately.
Well, congratulations, score count. You join yourself with Natter in the final chase, and between you, you have £11,000. Congratulations.
Yakabaku money.
But
I
still-
still don't regret my decision.
Well, still got one final chase to get it all the way home, though. 2 minutes on the clock for each of the contestants and for the chaser. Oh, okay, so you'll need to get your buzzers ready. Espic, if you're still connected to the buzzer system, please don't buzz in because it will block everyone else.
And that would be awkward.
So please kindly don't, or just close the webpage or whatever. Otherwise, we're gonna have problems.
I should also mention that Espic is displayed instead of Natter on.
Oh
the
shoot!
photo.
Yeah, I've deleted the
Exactly,
wrong
you deleted
person.
my
Sorry. Sorry. I should have done that instead. There we go. That's better. Sorry.
Fine.
This is what I get for being, being me. Okay, let's go to the final chase window. Oh, hello. Something just went bang. Something just did index out of range. Hopefully that's okay. Display activator. Oh, yeah, we can ignore that one. We can ignore that exception. That's not a problem. Cool. That's not a problem. All right, so 2 minutes on the clock. 2 of you made it to the final chase. That gives you an automatic 2-step head start in front of the chaser. Both of you ready?
Ready?
Okay, first person to buzz in will be the only one to answer. I'll try and track who did answer. If someone else did answer, then they shouldn't have done, that counts as an incorrect answer. And we'll just keep going until the 2 minutes are up. If you're ready, let us start the round now. Which role did the late Heath Ledger play in The Dark Knight? Score count.
Joker.
Correct. What's the binary number 1001 expressed as a decimal? Score count.
9.
Correct. How many zeros are needed to write 100 million in figures? Natter.
8.
8 is correct. What chemical element is diamond made primarily out of? Score count.
Carbon.
Correct. What is the only English number to have a number of letters equal to its value? Score count.
4.
Correct. What's the capital of Madagascar? Score count.
Pass.
Pass it is Antananarivo. What's the author of Discworld book series? Natter.
Hey, Pratchett.
Correct. In movie Madagascar, what was the name of the king lemur? Score count.
Julian.
Correct. A prune is the dried version of which fruit? Natter. Say that again. I'll just pause the clock there. Did you say plum? Sorry.
Yes.
You did. All right, I'll give you the point for that. Here comes your next question, and resuming the time. In the world of movies, what single word is a synonym for... Oh, fuck. Amadeus is a movie about which composer? Score count.
Mozart.
Correct. What effect enables ball spin in many sports, e.g. topspin in tennis? Natter.
Bracket.
No, Magnus effect. Which company manufactures the legendary Les Paul guitars? Score count.
Pass.
There's Gibson. What is the name for a single piece in Tetris? Score count.
Tetromino.
Correct. At what temperature are the Fahrenheit and Celsius degrees equivalent? Natter. Negative 40. In Roman mythology, who was the twin brother of the goddess Diana? Score count.
Apollo.
Correct. Who directed Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction? Natter.
Quentin Tarantino.
Correct. Which leader's quotations are collected in what is commonly known as the Little Red Book? Score count.
Marx.
No, Mao Zedong. According to the proverb, cleanliness is next to what? Score count.
Godliness.
Correct. Which city is the capital of Venezuela? Score count.
Pass.
It's Caracas, and we're out of time. Oh, goodness me.
Boy.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that one moment with Plum. It just wasn't coming through on Discord for me for some reason. And also, my resume button failed to resume the right question. It just skipped the question for me, but hey ho. You've got yourself 15 steps ahead of the chaser.
We can manage some pushbacks, I think.
I think so. We'll be fine.
I think some pushbacks will definitely be definitely good. All right, let's hit the enter chaser button for dramatic effect. That's not the same sound, but okay. That's the chaser's on sound instead. We will play that again in a moment. All right, Tipster, how did you feel about that?
I think they did rather well. There were a couple of hiccups here and there, but 15 is an okay score for 2 players. It's going to be interesting.
Alrighty. Are you ready for your final chase?
As ready as I will ever be.
Alrighty. Okay, so for £11,000, the chase is on. Now it's actually going to play the right one. Okay, your 2 minutes. Tipster starts now. Which city opera house is the setting for the Phantom of the Opera?
Sydney.
Wrong. Gonna open that up to the contestants.
I'll answer it.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Paris.
Paris is the correct
Yeah.
answer, and you push back. Well, we can't push back. He's already on 0, so you go 1 step further to 16.
Hey.
Alrighty. 1 minute 55 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, the final chase music didn't play. Hopefully it will play in a moment. Your time starts now. Which Italian astronomer was put on trial in the 17th century by the Roman Catholic Inquisition for defending heliocentricity?
Galileo.
Correct. Which TV series featured the mythical land of Westeros?
Game of Thrones.
Correct. What is the probability of having 2 mutually exclusive events both occur?
0.25 or a quarter.
Incorrect. Contestants.
0.
That is the correct answer. You push the chaser back. 15 to catch the contestants. 1 minute 34 left on your clock. Time starts again now. Which Australian state capital is further west? Or furthest west?
Queensland.
Incorrect.
You have a clue?
I don't know actually, but I think it could be like Perth. I think I don't know.
Just go for Perth.
You can go for Perth. That is the correct answer. And you push the chaser back to 0. 16 steps still required. 1 minute 26 remaining on the clock. Time starts again now. How many meters are in 3.5 kilometers?
3,500.
Correct. How many cards are dealt to each player in Texas Hold'em poker?
2.
Correct. Finland is in which region of the world?
Europe.
Now
Scandinavia.
that's incorrect for what I have listed here, contestants.
Scandinavia. Scandinavia, isn't it?
If you want to go for that, then go for that, because, yeah.
Oh, for Scandinavia.
Can I get a ruling from chat, please? Because the 2 answers I got given here aren't quite correct. They don't quite match either of these answers, so I just want to make certain. Yeah. Harry, you're the one that wrote this question, yes? Thank you. Yeah, so the correct answer here was Fennoscandia, or Nordic regions was the correct answer in both cases. All right, thank you for clarifying, Harry. I just wanted to make certain that I wasn't going to give that answer incorrectly. Alrighty, 14 steps still required, 1 minute and 12 remaining. Your time starts again now. The Egyptian god Anubis has the head of what creature?
Jackal.
Correct. What video game has had the most prize money given out during tournaments?
League of Legends.
Incorrect. Stopping the clock.
Okay. If it's not League of Legends, then what is it?
It could be World of War. It could be World of Warcraft. I think. I don't know.
I think
An answer.
I think it's most likely a fighting game, but I'm not sure.
Final answer, anybody?
You go for it.
We'll go with Fighter, please.
No.
Street Fighter, yeah. No.
No,
Okay.
not Street Fighter. The correct answer was Dota 2.
Fair enough.
13 steps required, 1 minute remaining. Your time starts again now. Saltpeter is more properly known as potassium what?
Chloride.
Not correct. Stop the clock.
Oh, God. Carbonate, maybe?
It could
need
be
an answer?
hydroxide.
Go for
We're going for?
Hydroxide?
No, the answer there was nitrate.
it.
Still
Fair
13
enough.
steps to go, 55 seconds remaining. Time starts again now. In what decade was actress Betty White born?
50s.
Incorrect. Stopping the clock again.
Do you want to go back or forward?
We're gonna go backwards, and I think it's the 1920s.
Need an answer?
20s.
That is the correct answer, and you push the tracer back. 14 steps now required, 49 seconds remaining. Your time starts again now. Gout is a form of which condition?
Stomach ulcer.
Incorrect. Stopping the clock again.
I
You'll
think it's. I think gout is something to do with a foot disease. I think.
That's what I mean. I thought it reminded me of trench foot, but
Athletes.
I'm not sure.
I think. I think it's athlete's foot.
Go for it.
You going for athlete's foot?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the correct answer. The correct answer is arthritis.
Ah.
14 steps still required, 43 seconds remaining. Your time starts again now. How many syllables are there in a traditional haiku poem? Shit.
23?
That was... Oh, shit. Pause. Pause! God damn it. So, I've done a bad. I've
It's
done a
alright.
bad. I need to push the chaser back one because I accidentally hit the correct button. That's good. We have the pushback button for that. The question still stands. How many syllables are there in a haiku?
It's 5, 7, and 5, isn't it?
Combine it together though, so it should be 17.
Mm-hmm.
That is the correct answer. Gonna push the chaser back properly this time. Ugh. It's going well, this is.
And I think Chaser should get 6 seconds as well as Harry
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give him this next question that's still on screen at the moment because it's actually the next question to be asked. So we'll do that with time out and then I'll resume after. Okay, 15 steps required, 27 seconds plus this one for good measure. Time will start after this question. How many legs in total does 100 fire ants have?
600.
Correct, resuming. Whose full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts?
Barbara Streisand.
No, incorrect.
The only other Barbara I can think of is Windsor.
Barbara Windsor.
Not the right answer. The correct answer is Barbie,
Oh,
as in the doll.
Of course it is.
oh yeah!
14 steps required, 19 seconds remaining. This is probably looking good for the contestants. Chaser, your time starts again now. Whose early years were the subject of the TV drama Smallville?
Superman.
Correct. In Harry Potter, what was the name of Hagrid's hippogriff that was almost executed?
Don't.
And that's time up. Contestants have won.
Can we answer that last one?
I mean, you can if you want.
It was Buckbeak.
It was indeed
Yeah.
Buckbeak. Well, congratulations, contestants. You walk
Now
away
I'm
with
really not regretting going for the high offer.
you walk away with $11,000.
Oh, well.
So that's pounds. I'm so used to one versus 100 in
Monies.
dollars, so it's monies. Yes, it's pounds. £11,000, 5,500 each. How you
Good
feeling?
job, guys.
I'm actually quite happy with that. I actually never expected to actually win.
I was not expecting to do nearly as well as I did.
I mean, honestly, I was not expecting to do nearly as bad.
My gut is functioning today.
It really is, yeah. We do, Elias, we do need to have a special currency for all these games just so that it's a bit more like it's just sort of real for fun things. But yes,
Mhm.
The quickly bottom grow. That should be fine enough.
but it's just going to be just implement it as pounds because that's all I can do very quickly. Whisk bucks, as in Whiskers bucks. That'd be a nice idea.
I was about to say what Hendred said. Doots.
Doots, yeah. You earned yourself 11,000 doots. There we go. That's the proper currency. Indeed.
Well, right. This chocobo's going to get the money out of here.
Hope so too.
Oh, well, thank you very much for playing, everybody.
Thank you very much.
And we'll now
Well played,
try and
guys. Well played, guys.
we'll now try
Sorry, you got terrible luck.
Terrible luck, and then at the point that it's like 60 seconds and I have that to do, I'm just answering with the first thing that comes into my head because that's the only way I can catch you.
Hmm.
Is literally just going for broke.
Well, good luck the next team.
Although,
Mhm.
Yep.
although the
You do
Phantom
too.
of the Opera one I am really ashamed of because
Yeah.
the house wasn't around.
Oh, it wasn't. It was a Parisian one.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I heard the word opera house and my brain immediately went Sydney, and I opened my mouth and words came out, and Silver didn't engage.
I will admit, my brain just had a moment of, did you just say that?
Well, still, it was some good fun.
And I wasn't expected to be that good at the quickfire stuff.
Yeah, true.
Or that decent. Anyway,
So, cheers.
I'm going to vacate for the next team to come along.
You
Alrighty.
too.
Catch you all later.
Catch you.
Alright. Right. So, Connor, Asset, and Daz, make certain that you are friends with me on Discord, and we'll open up a chat. And also, someone else said they wanted to possibly play as well, and we'll add them to the list as well if they do want to play. Was it Alex? I think we could have you, Elias. That's not a problem, but you do have a bit of an imbalance because you've been proofing the questions. Set and Daz, I see you there. Wonderful. Let's open up Daz's because you're the closest. Asset, add Connor. I am not a friend with you yet. Let's make that group DM at the moment. Connor, add as a friend. We'll sort that out. Harry. Alright, yeah, we can do that, Harry, if you want. 100, but he'd rather give someone else the spot, that's fine. Not necessarily good, but certainly mean. Well, we've got someone else allocated for the chaser this time round, but yeah, next time round, possibly, yeah, could have you as a chaser. Not a problem at all. Connor, you are here, beautiful. I'm just accepting friend requests and everything, and adding you to the call. Need to add Connor, and I need to add Harry, who's also now volunteered. Add. So let's get Harry on the list. And since Harry's been writing questions, I have to find out his user ID so that his questions don't come up. That. We'll add the chaser shortly. Yeah, there wasn't any particular name given. There wasn't any nickname because I haven't had any time to work on that. So that person is that author, and then I need to go to the website to find out the user ID of the other author, and then we'll open up the call. A is playing up with. Oh, here we go. There we go. The A key on my keyboard's now started to mess up, which is really irritating. You are number 22. Okay. So we've added the author ID exclusions in. Everybody else is in. I need to give you all the link to play if you haven't already done it before. So there's the link for all those people that weren't there in the orientation earlier. If you go to that website, put the name in at the top and hit set name. Harry's done so, I can see that. So someone's opened up a connection. Connor's added in. So I certain these don't get matched incorrectly, and Asset has added in. Or Asset, I guess. Yeah, it's coming through. Asset. It doesn't tell you, but it's definitely coming through. Don't worry. Those are all confirmed on my end. Yes, I'm in play mode. Whatever. That's that. Let's start the call up, and then I'll add in the chaser after. Oh, thank you for the host, Connor. That's appreciated.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. Oh, well, you're there as well. Hello.
Ah.
How are we doing, everybody?
Good.
Doing good.
I'd like to apologise to Tipster for like 5 of my really horrible questions that he got.
Well, it's what
I
happens.
think
It's what
I think he
happens.
got about 4 of my 5 hardest. I think.
Yeah, I didn't add any difficulty exclusion, so if people had written five-star questions, then they would appear, and I didn't care. So, oh well. Okay, the first person I have listed is Connor. Connor, you're going to be the first contestant up.
Oh Jesus.
Oh Jesus, he says. Well, let's just hope that you don't make any balls up like the what was it, months of the year? Was it?
Shut up.
Yeah, Finland one was a bit finicky, but I wanted to make certain that the answer was being correct, given what Harry had written in the answer. Right, let us go. I think
Thanks.
I think everything has been set up properly. Everyone's got their names assigned correctly. So let's do the cash builder for Connor. It should play out. Beautiful. And are you ready for your cash builder, Connor?
Yes, I am.
Alrighty, your 60 seconds starts now. Which element has the chemical symbol Hg?
Pass.
It's mercury. The presence of what separates vertebrates from invertebrates?
Bones.
More specifically?
Spine.
That's correct. What is the species of the video game mascot whose first name is Crash?
Bandicoot.
Correct. What is the English translation of the character name Zorro?
Pass.
It's Fox. Elements are sorted on the periodic table based on what property?
Pass.
Atomic number. Which Egyptian hieroglyph represented the number 1000?
Good God. Pass.
It's a lotus. So the countant is sometimes referred to as a what counter?
Money?
Bean. In which continent is the capital city of Montevideo?
No. Pass.
That's South America. How many pints are there? Out of time. I'll ask the question anyway. How many pints are there in a quart?
4.
It's 2.
Never mind.
And you got yourself £2,000 in that cash builder round. How do you think about that then? What do you? It's a decent amount given those questions were a little bit difficult in there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Are you ready to meet who the chaser is?
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, let me hit the button. And let me also invite said chaser to the call. I'm going to hit the add button, and then I'm going to hit the enter chaser button, and I'm going to read some intro text after the fact. Here's the intro text. I can't find it. Here's the intro text. She may seem friendly like a puppy, but if you come after her quizzing glory, she'll scratch you like a true cat. It's the one and only Latvian queen, Catnip. Lithuanian, not Latvian, Lithuanian.
Yes, I am very much Lithuanian, though I could pass for a Latvian
I suppose you could.
sometimes. Yes. Hello, everyone.
Good evening, Catnip.
Good evening.
How are you doing, Catnip?
Well, I'm feisty.
You're feisty.
In a feisty mood, ready to chase, ready to catch, as a true cat would.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, hopefully I can torture them better than my colleague previously did.
Mm-hmm. I've just noticed you've changed your name, so I'll change the system so it'll accept your name correctly. Otherwise, it wouldn't accept your votes.
Oh.
That's good. Will that change your name on the thing? Probably not.
I
Just
could
so-
just change it to Cat.
Just so everyone knows, she's changed it to the Claw. So that's her nickname. But yeah, everything should work from my end now, so everything should be alright. Cool. Alright, so £2,000 is on the board, 5 steps away from home. The Chase will offer you as a low offer.
£200.
£200. That's a bit weak. But for one step closer to the Chaser, she will offer you
£16,000.
£16,000. Alrighty, confer with your teammates, Connor.
All right, what do you think I should go for?
Try lower.
That was a bit.
In the lower.
What were you thinking, Daz? What were you thinking, Harry?
Honestly, I'd say just go whatever you feel comfortable with. But if you want to play balls, then you can go for the higher offer should you wish. But if you want to play it safe, go for the low offer. But
Higher.
Yeah, I've just changed the region now. It should be a bit better. So, Connor, what do you think you're going to go for?
I'll go for the 2,000.
He's going to stay and stick on the £2,000. Alrighty, Chaser?
Yeah, makes sense. You know, they need to figure out what kind of form I'm in, if questions are lucky for me or not really, and things like that. So that's the safe and reasonable choice, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty then, Connor, for £2,000, the chase is on. Imagine the music. Alrighty, here comes your first question. In what year was Leonardo DiCaprio born? Was it A, 1973, B, 1974, or C, 1975? Connor's in. And Catnip is in. It should say the Claw, but it's changed it to Catnip rather than because that was your name before. Anyway, Connor, you have put in B, 1974. What's your reasoning behind that?
Pure guess. Straight down the middle.
Straight down the middle, pure guess. Alright, correct answer is the correct answer, and you move one step closer to home. Chaser's put goes right as well, B 1974, and stays 3 steps behind. And while there's a little break,
gut feeling that brought me to the right side from out of the two.
while there's a little break, I'm going to get some more drink sorted. Pour this out. Don't mind me. Alright, here comes your next question. What is the name of the puppet in the Saw franchise? Is it A, Chuckles, B, Wally, or C, Billy? Catnip's in, so is Connor. Alrighty, what have you put, Connor? Let's see. You went for Billy.
Yeah, I believe it is Billy Saw.
You think it's Billy Saw. Alright. Correct answer is... It is indeed C, Billy, and you move one step closer to home. Chaser has put... Goes wrong with A, Chuckles, and stays where she is.
Yeah, I am a horror movie fan rather, but haven't seen that one, and I suppose I just got confused by Chucky. Yeah.
Wouldn't want to mess with either of them.
Indeed.
True that.
Shouldn't the red name be the Chaser? Yeah, it should be, but... Or at least it should say the Claw in this case, but I didn't get it to work properly, so it's saying Catnip. Whatever. Don't care. So, Catnip stays where she is, and Connor, you are 3 away from home. Let's see your next question. In A Christmas Carol, how many ghosts visit Scrooge in total? Is it A, 3, B, 4, or C, 5? Connor and Catnip are in. Connor has put 3.
Yeah, Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future.
Alrighty, correct answer is... No, correct answer is B4,
Oh.
and you stay where you are. Chaser has put... and goes correct with B4 and moves to within
Marley,
3.
of course.
Yeah, I didn't remember it was Marley specifically. I remember having heard somewhere that, like, by default I would go 3, but there was a 4th one. There was something else.
Well, you stay where you are, still 3 away from home, and the Chaser is also 3 away from you. Here comes your next question. Which of these sweet brands is not owned by the Hershey Company? Is it A, Twizzlers, B, Wrigley, or C, Icebreakers? Catnip's in. And Connor is in. Let's see what you've gone for, Connor. You went for Icebreakers.
No clue on this one.
I wouldn't have any clue on this or either. Hershey's is like, well, that's American. I don't care about that. It's more about Cadbury's here, isn't it? Let's see. Is that the correct answer? No, the correct answer was Wrigley. Stay where you are. Chaser has put... goes correct with Wrigley and moves to within 2.
That was kinda, I guess. I just think Wrigley was a chewing gum, so doesn't go as perfectly with chocolate candies, which I think what Hershey is.
Tips are saying that Wrigley's possibly owned by Cadbury's company, even though it's not strictly to do with chocolate stuff, but still under that umbrella. Well, 2 away now. The Chaser is, and he's still 3 away from home. Here comes your next question. In poetry, what name is given to a stanza made up of 4 lines? Is it A, quaver, B, quatrain, or C, quartet? Catnip's in. Quickly, Connor, quickly. Well, I'll just accept that one. You have put, Connor? A quartet.
No idea again.
No idea on this one, alright. Let's see what the correct answer is.
Ah,
It was wrong. Correct answer was B, quatrain, and you stay where you are. See what the Chaser's put. Goes correct with quatrain and moves to within 1.
Yeah, just one of those things I remember from literature lessons, and thank goodness you didn't go for the high money, it seems.
Indeed, if you would have gone for the high money, you would have been out by now. Yeah, for the other 2 answers there, quaver is an 8th note, as it were, in US standard, and quartet is just a group of 4 people. So they all had 4 kind of embedded in them somewhere, but quatrain was the right answer there for the poetry stanzas stuff. All right, still 3 away from home. You're gonna have to get this question right, or hope that the Chaser gets this wrong. Let's see the next question. What is not one of the rules in Dua Lipa's New Rules? Is it A, don't be his friend, B, don't knock on the door, or C, don't pick up the phone? Catnip's in. And so is Connor. Let's see what you've gone for, Connor. B, don't knock on the door.
pure guess again.
Pure guess, alright. To stay in, correct answer is... it is the correct answer. You move down 1 step, you're now 2 away from home, but more importantly, you are still alive. Chaser is put. Goes right also with the don't knock on the door and stays within 1.
Yeah, so rule 1 is don't pick up the phone. He's only calling you because he's drunk and alone. Rule 2 is don't let him in. You'll need to kick him out again. Rule 3, don't be his friend. You'll only end up in his bed in the morning, and if you're under him, you ain't getting over him.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much for that.
Snap, snap, snap.
You're now 2 steps away, Connor, but you're still going to have to get this right to be certain that you're still in. Let's see your next question. In the mystery novel, And Then There Were None, how many were there to begin with? Was it A, 8, B, 10, or C, 12? Captain. So is Connor. Let's see what you've gone for, Connor. Gone for 10.
I think I read somewhere that was originally named 10 Little Indians or something, so 10.
Mm-hmm. And yes, you are right, Elias. This is another sneak peek question that's been reused because reasons. In order to stay in, let's see if this is the correct answer. It is the correct answer, B10. And you move 1 step closer to home. You're now 1 away. Chaser's put. Gets it right also, B10, and stays within 1. It's now a 1-question shootout as it is deemed.
And I will add that in Lithuanian, it still was officially published as 10 Little Negroes, actually.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, interesting.
You're now 1 away from home. Here we go. 1-question shootout time. Here is your question. What is the second book in George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire series? Is it A, A Storm of Swords, B, A Clash of Kings, or C, A Dance with Dragons? Catnip's in. So is Connor. To your point there, Espic, I'm allowing that word use just because it was a descriptor for that title for that book in that language. Normally, yes, I would not allow that kind of word to be used, but in that case, it's just a pure reference to something that actually exists, so I'm allowing it. Anyway.
Right.
I just
call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought of that as a title.
Yeah. I know you wouldn't normally use that kind of language.
Yeah.
And you'd only use it as a reference point. I just hope that this doesn't end up with me getting banned on Twitch for some amount of time. Hopefully not. Alright. Here comes Connor's answer. It was B, A Clash of Kings.
I know it's got something to do with Game of Thrones, but I'm not sure what the second book is.
Alrighty. Well, to take £2,000 through to the final chase, is it the correct answer? Whoa. Ah. Okay. We've reached the end of the loop of the game background music. It is the correct answer, and you take £2,000 through to the final chase. Alright, Chaser.
Yeah, well done. I personally did get it correctly, but it was also a guess. So, it's not too bad for me. But yeah, that was a close one. Felt fun.
Cool. Yeah, the reason music stopped there is because I've only got about 1 minute 30 of that background audio music, and we reached that because I was explaining the whole word situation. So, but anyway, congratulations, Connor. You are through to the final chase with £2,000.
Thank you.
All right, let's see who's next up. Next up is Asset. All right, welcome to the chase, Asset. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Are you ready for your cash builder round?
Well, yeah. I think yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of afraid of that connection thing that my answer will be not heard enough, so I just get very close to microphone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we'll hope for the best. All right. Here comes your 60 seconds for your cash builder, starting now. What character is the primary antagonist in Sleeping Beauty?
Maleficenta.
Is correct. Which tree's nut is the acorn?
Oak.
Correct. Tutankhamun was a young ruler in which ancient civilization?
Egypt.
Is correct. Where in the human body are the sacroiliac joints?
Shoulders.
It's the back. Charlemagne and his predecessor Pepin the Short both belong to which French dynasty?
Don't know. Pass.
Carolinian. Carter's is a musical duo consisting of which married couple?
Don't know. Pass.
Jay-Z and Beyonce. What's the name of the ancient Roman goddess of the hunt?
No. Pass.
Diana. The car manufacturer Volvo was founded in what country?
France.
No, it's Sweden. How many points is a blank tile worth in Scrabble?
0.
Correct. Which creature completes the phrase as sly as a?
Fox.
Correct. Which song begins a long, long time ago, I can still remember?
Pass.
It's American Pie. Everyone's private driver, and we're out of time. We'll just finish that question out of curiosity. Everyone's private driver was the original tagline of which ride-share app?
Uber.
It was correct. That would have been Uber. £5,000 for your cash builder. That's
Okay.
pretty good going. How do you
Thanks.
feel?
Again, it was either two easy questions that I know something, is a hard question that I don't know anything about. I don't know French dynasties, for example.
Alrighty.
Not
Well,
my area.
let's bring on the chaser. Welcome back, the Claw.
Welcome back.
What's your opinions then of Asset's performance there?
Yeah, well, a little bit better. I was trying to answer at the same time. I wasn't counting how many, but I think I did slightly better, so we'll see.
We'll see indeed. All right. Well, £5,000 is on the board already.
Yes.
If you'd like to move one step closer to home, the chaser will offer you
£1,000.
£1,000. But if you want to move one step closer to the chaser, she'll offer you
£20,000.
£20,000. Alrighty. Discuss that with your team. 1, 5, or 20. Team, hello.
Thanks.
Are we going left to right or? All right, I'll say I reckon you can probably go for 20 to be honest, but
Yeah, you
if,
seem
if you want to get
yeah.
back, then go for 5. But
It's up to
Yeah.
you. You're a good player. Go for the 5 if you want to. But if you,
Well,
if you think you could go for it, you could go for the 20.
I wanted to
Yeah.
take a higher offer, but considering previous round with Connor, now I'm not like as a scare, but I will be a little bit not so rushed, and will stick with 5,000.
You want to go with the 5,000?
Yes.
Alrighty, we'll lock you in on the £5,000 then. Chaser?
Makes sense. I would not have been surprised if he had gone for the high offer as well, considering that in the first round I wasn't doing as OP as as would be scary enough to not go there. But yeah, it makes sense. It's still only second player. Just get as many teammates back as you can.
Alrighty then. Asset for £5,000. The chase is on. Good luck, and here comes your first question. What are fans of Taylor Swift called? Is it A, Barbies, B, Swifties, or C, Daydreamers? Asset's in, and the claw is in. There we go, it's picked up the right name this time. Okay, Asset, you've gone for Swifties.
I don't know. Maybe it will be too obvious. Just Swifties.
Alrighty, let's see if that's the correct answer. Swifties is the correct answer. You move one step closer to home. Chaser's gone for... Went wrong with C, Daydreamers, and stays where she is.
Yeah, I sort of mind gave myself a little bit there. Thought it would be something a bit fancier.
Alrighty, well, we've now opened up a 4-step gap between you and the chaser. Let's see the next question. Eurovision Song Contest winner Alexander Rybak wrote and performed a song for the international release of which animated movie? And those playing along at home, this is another 1 versus 100 sneak peek rejector. Is it A, Brave, B, Rio, or C, How to Train Your Dragon 2? Assets in, and the claw is in. Alright, asset is put. C,
Well-
How to Train Your Dragon 2.
As well as I know, Alexander Rybak was a winner of Moscow Eurovision. It was only once in Moscow, and he is very popular even across in Russia. And he also knows good Russian, even though he was born in Belarus and then took participants from Norway. And I kind of studied his biography, and I know definitely that in some Norway dubbing, I think he plays a leading role. So I think it's How to Train the Dragon, something from back of my mind.
Alrighty, okay, let's see if that's the correct answer. It is indeed the correct answer, and you move 1 step closer to home. Chaser has put. And goes wrong with Brave and stays where she is.
Yeah. I mean, it was a sneak peek, but too bad I didn't Google those. I just went because he was, Eurovision and participating for Norway. Brave was, about Scottish people, so I thought perhaps some European collaboration would have been involved, and therefore that instead of just being American animated movies.
Score count says he wrote and sings the song into a fantasy, apparently.
Yeah.
And with that, you're now 3 steps from home and a 5-step gap between you and the chaser. Probably should have gone with that high offer, but there you go. Also, hello there, Zach Callinger in chat. Welcome. All right, here comes your next question, Asset. What was the most common name among Henry VIII's wives? Was it A, Jane, B, Catherine, or C, Anne? Claw is in. Asset is in. You can just call me Zach. Alright, I'll call you Zach then. Welcome, Zach. Yeah, here's another peak question as well. Let's see what Asset has put. It goes with Jane.
I don't know. Because it's kind of, well, it's mostly like English-based question, and I don't know much about this thing. I know that the Henry VIII's wives, it's like favorite thing with British quizzes, but I didn't take time to read them because I know it's not important for my knowledge. So just Jane, maybe Jane.
That's fair enough, but you've still got a fair distance ahead of the chaser at the moment, so even if this is wrong, you should be still comfortable. Let's see what the correct answer is. Correct answer was B, Catherine. You stay where you are. Chaser has put. It goes right with B, Catherine is now on the board.
Finally. So it was 1 Jane, Jane Seymour, 2 Annes, Anne Boleyn, and something else, and 3 Catherines. Catherine of Aragon. The last one was Catherine Park or something like that, and third one I don't remember. I just
Third one, there was a Catherine Howard.
There we go.
I think this is actually one of the ones in the real preview, the pre-preview version of 1 versus 100, which is why they're still coming up again. Not a sneak peek, but anyway, yes. Just answering those people in chat. All right.
It's a bit peculiar that I'm finally on the board with a British question. Just putting it out there.
Just putting it out there. Well, you're 4 steps behind Asset, and Asset is 3 steps from home. Here comes the next question. Where are the cars of the brand Ferrari manufactured? Asset's already in. Is it Germany, Russia, or Italy?
Sorry.
I'll allow Catnip's answer there. Yeah, you shouldn't have answered that early, Asset, but anyway.
I slipped. Okay.
Oh, he slipped as well. Okay, well, this could be a wrong answer then. Maybe let's see what he's put. He's gone for C, Italy.
I kind of even scared that I think I pressed wrongly, but I think I pressed, yeah, I meant press S, but not that soon as I thought. Okay.
Well, let's see if it's the correct answer. It is indeed the correct answer, and you move one step down. And the chaser is put. Goes right with C Italy and remains within 4 behind. You're right there.
Yeah, nothing much to add. Just it's Italian brand, so
Yeah.
thank goodness this time I didn't mind game myself.
Alrighty, 2 steps away from home. Here comes your next question, Asset, and maybe not slip your finger this time. Which of these is an afternoon nap? Is it A, mañana, B, siesta, or C, hasta la vista? Both locked in pretty much at the time. Let's see what Asset's put in. Gone with B, siesta.
I'm pretty glad that there is no options like siesta or fiesta, because it could easily mix them, but I definitely know that either siesta or either fiesta, it will be afternoon nap.
Mm-hmm. Well, as far as I'm concerned, in the UK, we would pronounce it with the H, so I'm pronouncing it with the H. Anyway, correct answer is B is siesta is the correct answer. You're now 1 away from home. Chaser has put. Goes right also with siesta and stays within 4. Also has to be said with an Austrian accent. What? Why? Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah.
What is fiesta? Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Carnival, festival, celebration.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a party kind of thing, yeah. Alrighty, 1 step away. Let's see your next question. Hopefully it'll be your last. If it is, then that'll be means that you have walked through with £5,000 into the final chase. Let's see the next question. Oh, hello. We have an exception. What? Offset and length were out of bounds for the array or counted. What the hell is this? Are we out of questions? We can't be out of questions, surely.
I mean, if you excluded both Harry and me?
Yeah, in the other game I excluded 3 people.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the next question button and see what happens. Okay, we're back here. The YouTube... Oh, right, it's actually reset all the questions now, I think. The YouTube domain was first activated on which of these holidays? Is it A, Halloween, B, Valentine's Day, or C, Christmas? Both of you are locked in. Both of you probably have got this answer right because this is a repeat. C, the answer that Asset's given. B, Valentine's Day.
Well, I don't know. I didn't hear this question before, but I just know that it's meant to be a dating site, and then first video was in 14th of February 2005.
Alrighty, to take through £5,000 to the final chase is the correct answer, Valentine's Day. It is indeed Valentine's Day, and you are through. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, Elias, but I think it has done a reset. It threw an exception, and now everything has just gone to hell. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. The Q&A section is a completely separate section, so it shouldn't affect those IDs in any way, Elias. So it should have only affected the multiple choice set, hopefully. All right, well done for making it through our set. How do you feel?
Thanks. Good.
Good, just good. All right. Very few emotions given there. Chaser, your opinions?
Well, obviously I'm not on my best form, at least for multiple choice questions, and as someone said in chat, it seems I might need to tempt them more to go for the higher offers.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, well, next one up is Dazzerino. Hello there, Dazzerino. Oh lordy, here we go indeed. Alrighty, let me press this button. Okie dokie. Right, are you ready for your cash build around, Daz?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
Is it alright for me if I just call you Daz?
Yeah, go for it.
Wonderful. Okay. All right. Your 60 seconds starts now. What sort of company is Sterling Cooper in the series Mad Men?
Pass.
It's an advertising agency. What's the plural of the word thesis?
Thesis?
No, it's theses. The US project to land men on the moon took its name from what Greek god?
Apollo.
Correct. There's no place like home is a famous line from which movie?
Wizard of Oz.
Correct. What card game shares a name with a structure built over rivers?
Bridge.
Correct. Which US president said the only thing we have to fear is fear itself?
John F. Kennedy?
No, Roosevelt. In which substance in the body do you find plasma and platelets?
Blood.
Correct. In alchemy, what element was often attempted to be turned to gold?
Platinum.
It's lead. What name is given to the molten rock that comes out of a volcano?
Lava.
Correct. What's the capital of Brazil?
Rio de Janeiro.
No, Brasilia. Who was the third crew member of the Apollo 11 mission aside from Neil... Out of time. I'll just read the question out again just for curiosity. Who was the third crew member of the Apollo 11 mission aside from Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin? Would you know?
No, I wouldn't.
The answer for that one would have been Michael Collins. And you got yourself £5,000 in that cash builder.
Honestly, I'm pretty happy with that.
That is a pretty good performance on that. Alrighty, let's go and meet the chaser. Welcome back, Catnip.
Hello.
Hello.
So, what did you think to that performance then?
Not sure what to comment. Just solid performance. I'll put it like that, I suppose. Solid performance.
Alrighty, £5,000 is on the board, 5 steps away from home. If you'd like to take a step closer to home, the chaser will offer you
absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Boo hiss. Alright, but if you want to be brave, you want to take a step closer to the chaser, she'll offer you
£30,000.
£30,000.
I need to make conclusions and I need to make adjustments and I need to change something because I don't want all of them back. I've seen today what a full team can do.
Alrighty, well, discuss this with your fellow contestants. 0, 5 or £30,000.
Yeah, don't go for the 0. That's just what you're doing.
It's just what you're doing.
Enough said. Just what are you doing?
Well, my opinion is...
Do it! Let your dreams be.
So yeah, take a higher offer. Or maybe middle if you're not so confident.
Yeah, I mean, I whichever you're more confident with, really.
If you feel like you can do the 30,000, go for the 30,000.
Alrighty, so the options are 0, 5 or £30,000, which you'd like to take.
I think I'll play it safe and stick with the 5.
You're going to stick with the 5, alrighty. Blocking that in. Chaser, what do you think to that?
I probably would have gone for 30, but you know, they're just trying to get all back, I suppose, and show me up, I suppose is the idiom. Or beat me up in the final chase, whichever one of those is.
Alrighty. Right then. For £5,000, the chase is on. Good luck, Daz. Here comes your first question. What's the name of the giant turtle in the never-ending story? Is it A, Falkor, B, Gamork, or C, Mauler? Catnip's in, and so is Daz. Alright, Daz, you have put Falkor.
Honestly, this one's just a complete and utter guess. I had no idea.
Absolute guess. Alright, let's see if you picked luckily. Correct answer is... There's an incorrect answer. C, Mauler was the correct answer. So you stay where you are. No, I didn't score count. There is no limit on the number of characters in each answer box. So, alright, Chaser has put Goes wrong also, but goes with B, Gamork, so nothing happens.
I just remember there was a giant dog with cute, huge ears.
Well,
That's all.
that question was completely moot. Let's move on to the next one. In NCIS, what is Gibbs's full name? Is it A, Harvey Noah Gibbs, B, Alexander Zachary Gibbs, or C, Leroy Jethro Gibbs? Catnip's in. Quickly, Daz, you're in. Okay. Let's see what you have picked. You've gone for Alexander Zachary Gibbs.
Again, another complete guess. I'm really annoyed with myself because my granny really likes this kind of show.
Really likes it. Alright. Well, let's see if you plumbed lucky this time. Correct answer is... it's Leroy Jethro Gibbs is the correct answer. You stay where you are. Chaser is put. Goes correct with Leroy Jethro Gibbs and moves on to the board. Is now 2 behind.
I did drop the TV series, but it was only around the 4th or 5th season, so I know enough.
Alrighty. Let's move on to the next question. In the card game Punto Banco, which of these cards has the highest value? A, 4, B, King, or C, Ace? Camp's in. And so is Daz. Daz is put. 4.
And again, another guess, but this time I was actually being drawn towards the 4s as it seemed like a somewhat odd answer.
Alrighty, so a slightly drawn towards answer guess. Let's see if it's the correct answer. It is indeed the correct answer. You start moving down the board. That 4 King Ace indeed. Chaser has put. Goes wrong with Ace and stays where she is, and we're back to 3 steps behind.
Never heard of that game before.
Honestly, neither have I.
Yeah.
It's a form of Baccarat, apparently, according to Connor.
Okay.
So there
I'll
you
be
go.
honest, I've not even heard of Baccarat either.
And Tipster is also giving some point values here. 4 is equal to 4, King is equal to 0, and Ace is equal to 1. So there you go. Well, you're now 4 away from home, Daz, and it's 3. You're 3 ahead of the Chaser. Let's see the next question. Bomb Girls is a Canadian drama about women working in a munitions factory in which war? Is it A, World War II, B, First Gulf War, or C, World War One? Caleb's in. Quickly, Daz. Daz is in as well. Let's see what you've put. You've gone with the First Gulf War.
Once again, another guess. I hadn't even heard of Bomb Girls until tonight.
Alrighty, let's see if you've gone lucky. Correct answer is World War II. You stay where you are. Chaser is put. Goes right with World War II and now moves to within 2.
To be fair, that was also a guess, a calculated one though. I think I've heard, or just overall from what I know, it seemed most likely that women would be, working for munitions or firearms, or basically helping with the war practically in World War II rather in World War One, for example.
Alright, well, you're now within 2 of catching Daz, and Daz is 4 away from home. Let's see the next question. Let's hope it's a better question. Hopefully it's one you can actually answer. The original 1965 series of Thunderbirds aired 50-minute episodes. How many episodes did it air? Is it A, 24, B, 32, or C, 40? We're thinking of this one. Catnip's in. And so is Daz. A bit of thinking time on that one. Let's see what Daz has put. Gone with A, 24.
In my case, I was thinking about which one to guess. Again.
Again. Alright. Well, let's see if it's a lucky guess this time. Correct answer is 32, and you stay where you are. Chaser is put. Gets it right with 32 and now moves to within 1.
Logical guesswork. 24 is usually the standard now, and I think the earlier TV series were had a more than that, and it just 32 somehow feels making more sense in terms of weak flow rather than just 40. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I did not actually know that.
As BMM has worked it out, he can guess this just by the number of 3-hour VHS tapes he has of it, and then just working backwards from there, mathematically speaking.
There we go.
So there you go. Okay.
Well, whatever floats your boat.
Indeed. Well, you're now Chaser's now 1 step behind you. You're gonna have to get this question right to guarantee to stay in. You're 4 steps away from home. Let's hope this question will be better for you. Here's your next question. How many edges are in a dodecahedron?
Oh, I have a chance.
Is it A, 28, B, 30, or C, 24? Catnip's in. And so is Daz. Alright. You have put 24.
I said I might have a chance, but then I forgot how many sides were on a dodecahedron.
Alrighty, to guarantee yourself staying in the game, is this the correct answer? No, the correct answer was B, 30, and you stay where you are. If the Chaser gets this right, then you are eliminated from the game. The Chaser has put... Goes wrong with C24 and you remain alive.
Oh.
I mean, my nerdiness level is not that high, unfortunately, yet, hopefully. It just, Dodeca should be 20, so I just took the closest to that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah.
I think I was thinking dodecagon, which I think might be 12, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, dodecagon would be 12 edges around a single polygon, but this is a hedron, so it'd be the number of that's the number of faces, but how many edges are there for that number of faces? So yeah, 20 would be an icosagon apparently. So yeah, but there's a isn't it the Euler formula or something that you can use to magically work out what the differences between the edge and vertex and face count is with some number.
That time, and not if you don't know it.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, you're still alive, Daz, but you still need to get this question right to guarantee yourself in. Let's see your next question. The 2009 movie starring Miley Cyrus, Dolly Parton, and Tyra Banks has what US state's name in its title? Is it A, Mississippi, B, Indiana, or C, Montana? Catnip's in. Quickly, Daz. You're in as well. Alright. You have put Mississippi.
It was the only one that really seemed logical to me, but again, another guess.
Alright. To stay in the game as a guarantee, is it the correct answer? Is incorrect. The correct answer was Montana. You stay where you are. Let's just hope the Chaser doesn't get this right, otherwise you are out. Did the Chaser get it right? Chaser did get it right and takes Daz out. Yeah, wouldn't it have been Hannah Montana, that one?
That was my logic. I'm not sure about the movie, but it made most sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Hannah Montana's movie. I saw the review.
Oh, of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Mm-hmm. Oh well, you are eliminated from the game. And you take 0 with you. Did you have fun though?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely wonderful. All right. Well, that's your first victim, Catnip. How do you feel?
I finally got one. He didn't razzle dazzle me enough, as it were.
It's quite a bit.
my goodness.
Oh dear. Yeah, it was quite a bit of a battle, that one, actually. It was just a lot of kind of guesswork going on with a lot of those questions.
Very much so, yeah. The first 4 or perhaps even 5 was a lot of guesswork on both sides, and I was feeling that, dang, these are not my questions at all, but I'm very happy it worked out in the end. I did climb that, sandpaper post
Hmm.
in the end.
All right. Well, Daz, you have been caught, and for you, the chase is over. Thank you very much for playing. I didn't say that to people before, but I should have remembered to say that. We eliminate Daz from the list. All right, last contestant up is Harry. That's the button.
Hello.
Yes, I should have had the elimination music as well, the elimination walk-off music, but I didn't have that score count, so sorry. Welcome, Harry. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm not doing too badly.
Not doing too badly, all right. And how do you think you stand your chances against the Chaser this time round?
We'll see. We'll see. I think I've been doing better on the question and answer rather than multiple choice so far. But
All right.
we'll have a look. We'll have a see.
Let's hope you can get a good amount here, and then you can take it through on the multiple choice stuff in the chase section.
Hopefully.
Are you ready for your cash builder?
Vaguely.
Vaguely. I'll take that as a yes then. Alrighty. Your 60 seconds starts now. What is the maximum number of spaces a rook can move across the board in a single move in chess?
8.
No, 7. In basketball,
Right.
a shot made from in front of the 3-point line is worth how many points?
2.
Correct. Which 18th century philosopher wrote The Social Contract?
Pass.
Jean-Jacques Rousseau. In the board game Clue, how many of the women are titled Miss?
3.
It's 1. How many feet are there in a yard?
3.
Correct.
No.
Which traditional Chinese game starts with the twittering of the sparrows?
Pass.
It's Mahjong. In electronics, what does the P in IP address stand for?
Protocol.
Correct. How many total pips are there on a 6-sided die?
21.
Correct. In the Bible, before killing Goliath and becoming king, what job
Pass.
did David shepherd? If someone's gone AWOL, what's happened?
They've left without notice.
That is, I'll accept that answer, and you have got yourself £5,000 in the cash builder. Pretty good
That's
going
all right.
again. So yeah, everyone seems to be getting around the £5,000 mark. That's pretty good going.
I was a bit confused as to whether the original square would have been included for the rook, which obviously it wasn't.
Yeah, indeed. Yes. So yeah, yeah. I guess it
Oh,
only
well.
counts as the move as from that square onwards,
Yeah.
rather than including the square. All right. Well, you got yourself £5,000. Let's bring on the chaser. Welcome back, Catnip.
Hello. Yeah, so the last 3 contestants went for 5,000 in their cash builders.
Mm-hmm.
Which feels like this one would be an equal opponent. We'll see.
We'll see indeed. All right. Well, you are in the anchor seat here, Harry, so let's see what these offers are going to be. For one step closer to home, Catnip will offer you.
Minus £2,000.
Oh, going evil with the minus offers, minus £2,000. All right, but if you're feeling brave, you want to get one step closer to the chaser, she will offer you.
Now, because it would make the total of a very nice number, I offer you £62,000.
£62,000.
Oh my.
So that will bring it to a total of £70,000, I believe.
No.
Oh, 60.
No.
Oh no. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. 69,000. Yes, indeed. Oh dear, I'm terrible. Okay, well, those are your offers there. Minus 2, 5, or 62. Talk it over with your fellow contestants.
Yeah, I had to go for the 62 grand.
You do realize that it's not real money, but we need you back for just winning. So yeah, took a lower offer. Yeah, why not?
Oh, I
Don't
don't
go for
wanna-
the minus though.
We
Don't-
play for 6,000 non-irrelevant pounds. Go on.
I don't want to play. I don't want to go for the low offer. So I'll take what I earned. As much as I want to go for 69 in the end, but I'll take what I earned.
All right, you're gonna take the £5,000. Okay, Chaser. What's your
Oh,
thinking
sorry.
of
Yeah, I was just thinking about numbers. I mean, I would have. I was trying to tempt them with the 69, but
Yeah, sorry to
you know,
disappoint.
you get what you get.
that? Alrighty, well, for £5,000, Harry, the chase is on. Good luck, and here comes your first question. Who played the title role in the 2004 movie Van Helsing? Was it A. James McAvoy, B. Russell Crowe, or C. Hugh Jackman? Harry's in, so is Catnip. Alright, Harry, you've gone for Hugh Jackman.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Pretty sure that's correct. Alright, correct answer is indeed Hugh Jackman, and he moves you one step closer to home. Chaser has put. Also gets it right with Hugh Jackman and stays within 3.
Not really much to comment.
Not much else to put on. Alright, let's move on to the next question then. Avocado is the main ingredient of which of these? This is a repeat. Is it A. Hummus, B. Guacamole, or C. Caesar salad? Caleb and Harry are in. Let's see what Harry's put. Put guacamole.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just is. Alright, okay. Correct answer is. It is indeed guacamole. Moves you one step closer to home. Chaser is put. Guacamole stays within 3, and yes, not much else to say. Let's move on to the next question. The art of batik involves which medium? Is it A. cloth, B. clay, or C. stone? Harry's in, and so is Catnip. Alright, Harry, you have put cloth.
Yeah, I think they make something wax resistant, which would mean cloth, because well, both clay and stone are wax resistant. I'm pretty sure.
Alrighty, correct answer is indeed cloth. Moves you one step closer to home. Chaser has put. Gets it wrong with clay and stays where she is. Now a 4-place gap.
Oh, maybe I should have gone for the 69.
Well, 469 rather. But
Oh, right, yes.
62, you know, in theory. Anyhow,
But big
my
62.
logic there was that for Easter, one of the art forms to decorate the Easter eggs is called batika, and it's basically embroidering the eggshells with wax. So I thought that reminds me of, carving clay the most, like the logic of it. That's why I went with that.
Alright. Well, you're now 2 steps away from home for £5,000, Harry, with a 4-point gap between you and the Chaser. Here comes your next question. What's the indigenous religion of Japan? Is it A. Ikebana? Is it B. Shinto? Or is it C. Hinduism? Both of you locked in. Harry's put Shinto.
Yes, I think it's something like 80% is Shinto, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it's correct anyway.
Alrighty, correct answer is Shinto is correct. Moves you to 1 away from home. Chaser is put. Also goes right with Shinto and stays within 4.
Yeah, I mean, Ikebana isn't even a religion. It's a art of making bouquets of flower art. Shinto shrines are very prominent there.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, Harry, you're now one step away from home. To get this question right, you'll be taken through £5,000 to the final chase. Let's see if you get this one right, and we'll be done. Next question. Which is not a difference between DNA and RNA? Is it A, function, B, phosphate backbone, or C, sugar? Harry's in. And so is Catnip. Alright, Harry, you have put sugar.
Yes. I'm pretty sure DNA and RNA have slightly different functions. And I don't know. I don't know how sugar would be incorporated, but you never know.
Alrighty, well, to take through £5,000, is it the correct answer? It is not. Correct answer was phosphate backbone. You stay where you are. This gives Catnip an opportunity to catch up. Chaser has put. Also went with sugar as well. Stays where she is.
So which does anyone in chat know which one has sugar? I'd like to know.
I'm not sure.
I honestly don't know. Anyone in chat know about biology? Microbiology more?
Who wrote the question?
Who wrote... I actually don't...
Apparently sugar... Wait, apparently if I'm Googling, second O being yellow, while the sugar present in an RNA molecule is ribose, the sugar present in a molecule of DNA is deoxyribose, which would mean still they both have sugar.
Well,
Yeah.
Deoxyribose.
Oh wait, that's the
two
point.
sugars.
They both have it. Never mind. I didn't.
And ribose would be one sugar, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, anyway.
As in, yeah, ribose being a sugar. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that's
deoxyribonucleic acid, of course.
Yeah.
I should have got that one then.
That's the question that was written, and you both went for the same answer, so wouldn't really make much of a difference apart from you would have been through if it was right. Anyway.
That kind of biology is not my area of expertise.
All right. Well, still on the precipice, still one away from taking the money through. Here comes your next question. How many provinces are there in Canada? Is it A, 9, B, 10, or C, 13? Harry's in. So is Catnip. All right, Harry, you have put 9.
I knew I was going to guess anyway, so I guessed quickly to reduce the amount of time. And 9 seems about right. I don't know.
Seems about right. All right, take £5,000 through to the final chase. Is it the correct answer? No, the correct answer was B.
Was about right.
It was B10, but it was about right. Yeah, approximately isn't good enough for a quiz though. So you stay where you are. Has the Chaser got it right? Let's see. Chaser is put. Does get it right. B10 and now moves to within 3.
I also a complete guess for me. Just 13 seemed a little bit too many. I will say this. I was thinking between 9 and 10, and after 6 more seconds, I possibly could have gone for 9, but within those 3, I went for 10.
All right. Well, you're still one away from taking the money through. Now only 3, with only a 3 place gap now for the Chaser. She's bearing down on you. Here comes the next question. Who refused his Best Actor Oscar for Patton? Was it A, Rod Steiger, B, Marlon Brando, or C, George C. Scott? Catnip's in. So is Harry. Harry has put George C. Scott.
No idea. Like the name.
No idea. All right. Well, to go through with £5,000, was a random guess correct? It was correct, and you take through £5,000 to the final chase.
Well, nice. Seems like the cat's got my tongue though.
Mm-hmm.
To speak.
Well, Cat didn't get your tongue or any other part, unfortunately. Yeah, I actually would have gone wrong for Brando. I just thought he might have refused an Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
Could have gone high. Oh well.
Could have gone high indeed, but you
Maybe
got,
next time.
you got through. You got through safely with the £5,000, which means that the three of you will be playing for 12,000 virtual pounds.
Cash bucks.
Cash bucks, doots,
Whiskers, dooters,
something like that. Anyway, yes.
Make a poll. Future idea.
Make a poll. Future idea. What do we want to call the fake currency for our games?
Adding it to the list.
Alrighty. Okay, Connor, Asset, and Harry, you're all back in play now for the final chase. How are you all doing?
Oh, now we get serious.
Now we get serious. It's the final chase time. Yes.
Yeah, do we try now?
Do you try now? Well, you were just in easy mode all this time.
Well, if I didn't get the DNA question. Well.
Alrighty. Well, three of you have made it through to the final chase, which means you get an automatic 3-step head start in front of the chaser.
You're passing, Connor.
Are you all ready with your buzzer windows open?
Yeah.
The buzzer will appear once I've started asking a question. Your 2 minutes starts now. Which politician wrote A History of the English-Speaking Peoples with its first volume published in 1956? Harry.
Churchill.
Churchill is correct. In product design, UX stands for user what?
Experience.
Is correct. Which musical instruments come in upright or grand varieties? Connor.
Piano.
Correct. The protagonist of the Metal Gear series shares his name with what animal? Connor.
Snake.
Snake is correct. Which sporting manufacturer has the swoosh as its logo? Connor.
Adidas.
No, Nike. How many side pockets are there on a pool table? Connor.
2.
Correct. Which 2008 movie saw Meryl Streep singing and dancing along to ABBA? Asset.
Mamma Mia.
Correct. In Twilight, what's Bella's given first name? Asset.
Swanson.
Isabella is the correct answer. Which rock musician was backed by the Mothers of Invention? Harry.
Pass.
Frank Zappa. When painting, what colour do you get if you mix blue and yellow? Connor.
Green.
Correct. What kind of fish is an anagram of aunt? Connor.
Tuna.
Correct. What's the first name of Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Titanic? Asset.
Jack.
Correct. Which musical features the title Put on a Happy Face? Harry.
Pass.
Bye Bye Birdie. Which member of the Beatles was on the cover of the first edition of Rolling Stone magazine? Connor.
Ringo.
No, Lennon. Peshawar, Lahore and Karachi are cities in which country? Asset.
Israel.
No, Pakistan. The Indian cities of Munga and Patna are on which river? Asset.
Gang.
Gandhi is correct. When harvested before fully grown, which vegetables are known as petit pois? Connor.
Peas.
Correct. H.P. Lovecraft is the principal author of works regarding which mythos? That's it, we're out of time. Connor, what have you gone for?
Wouldn't have had any idea with that one.
Anyway, the answer there was the Cthulhu mythos. Oh. You got yourself 14 steps ahead of the chaser with that.
I think that's alright. Pushbacks though.
Yeah, for those people watching the stream there, Whiskers decided to jump on the desk while I was doing that, which was like, oh shit, just get out of the way, I can't handle you right now.
I mean, it was not the cat's final chase, to be fair.
Oh god, damn it, Whiskers, why would you do that at such that time? Anyway, 14 steps, Catnip, what do you think?
I mean, considering that the two people team earlier had 15, this doesn't sound as equivalent, but then it's still only me against that result, and I'm not sure. We'll see. Pushbacks will be helpful, very much so. I just hope, and I will do my best to take revenge on contestants for my former colleague, rather than what it is, as some interpreted in the beginning. Technical question, if I may.
All right.
Technical question, if I may, Ash.
Hmm?
I do not need to buzz, and they will not appear to me on the screen, right? It's only verbal.
Correct, yeah, just verbal for
Okay.
you, yeah. Yeah, from here on out, you don't need to worry about the website. No, goes for everyone because when I offer it to the contestants, they can go first.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm not gonna see the questions either.
Correct. Yeah, it's all verbal. Okay, if you're ready, are you ready?
As ready as I can be, I suppose.
Ready as you can ever be. All right. Okay, the chase is on. It comes for Sting. All right, Chaser. Your time starts. If I hit the right button, time starts now. How many countries does the USA border?
2.
Correct. In chess, which piece can only move one square at a time?
King.
Correct. What's the capital of Nepal?
Kathmandu.
Correct. What statue in Rio de Janeiro is listed as one of the new 7 wonders of the world?
Christ the Redeemer.
Correct. What's the name of Homer's wife in The Simpsons?
Marge.
Correct.
Margaret.
The timbers from what ship were used to construct the desk that currently lies in the Oval Office?
Mayflower?
Not correct. Yeah, Final Chase the music not working. I tried to reset it, but it didn't quite work. Anyway, contestants. Timbers from what ship were used to construct the desk that currently lies in the Oval Office?
What do you think? I don't know. Is it oak?
It's from a ship, not which wood.
From what ship? I
Need an answer?
The only ship that I don't know. I don't know.
Last chance for an answer.
At all. HMS something. I don't know.
HMS what?
HMS something.
HMS what?
Titanic. No.
I'll have to accept that. I'm not going to wait any longer. Answer was HMS Resolute. All right, Catnip, you're 9 away from the contestants. 1 minute 30 left on the clock. Hopefully the music will play now. Your time starts again now. What color is the star of the flag of North Korea?
Yellow.
No, stopping the clock.
I think it's red. It's red
yes,
in
it's
a white
red.
circle.
Yeah, it's red. It's red in a white circle in a
Red star.
Red star.
You want to take red?
Red.
Yes.
All right, that is the correct answer, and you push the Chasers back.
Ooh.
Now 10 required to catch. 1 minute 24 seconds remaining. Your time starts again now. Fratricide is the killing of which family member?
Repeat.
Fratricide is the killing of which family member?
Father.
No. Stopping the clock.
That would be brother or sister.
Brother.
Don't know. Let's just say it.
It's the brother.
Which one do you want to accept?
Brother.
Brother. That is the correct answer. You push the Chaser back. One more step. 11 to catch now. 1 minute 14 remaining. Time starts again now. Chromatophobia is a fear of what?
Colors.
No. Stopping the clock.
Chromatophobia.
How do you spell that? Just because.
CHROMETOPHOBIA.
CHRO.
So chromato or chromatophobia, maybe.
Oh, chrome. Chrome could be time.
I don't know.
Need an answer.
Time.
Time's not correct. The correct answer was money.
Oh.
Still 11 to catch. 1 minute and 9 remaining. Time starts again now. On which continent did watermelons originate?
North America?
Stopping the clock.
I'm pretty sure it's Asia. Oh no.
Yeah. I don't think yes. It's maybe Asia.
So that it's...
I don't know certainly, but maybe Asia.
I don't know.
They're now indigenous in the Caribbean. So how would that get from Asia? It would
Need
be
an
Africa,
answer.
sure. Africa.
Africa? Yeah, go with Africa.
Yeah, okay.
Africa is the correct answer. You push the Chaser back 1 space. Now 12 required. 1 minute and 3 remaining. Time starts again now. What is A stands for in MOBA game? What does the A stand for?
Arena.
Correct. A papal conclave is a meeting convened to elect what official?
The Pope.
Correct. According to the proverb, who knows most says what?
Least.
Correct. In 1959, which island group became the 50th state of the United States of America?
Hawaii.
Correct. Huggies are known primarily for what infant care item?
Diapers.
Correct. What does the R stand for in the company's HR department?
Resources.
Correct. Of the 7 ancient wonders, which is the only one known to remain standing?
Egyptian pyramids. Giza pyramids.
Yes. The Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents opens which novel?
Christmas Carol?
Stopping the clock.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Know about Christmas.
Need an answer.
Is okay. Pride and Prejudice. I don't know.
Not taking that. Correct answer is Little Women.
Oh,
Five,
Never heard of it.
5 to catch with 20 seconds left.
This could be close.
Chaser, your time starts again now. Les Mis is a musical set in which country?
France.
Correct. The flag of Bulgaria contains the colours red, white, and...
Green.
Yes. In Texas Hold'em Poker, what 4-letter term is given to the first 3 community cards dealt face up?
What? Oh.
Bang.
That's it. The timer's up. Contestants win. Yeah, the flop.
Is it?
Four-letter term for the first 3 community cards. Yeah, was the flop.
Flop, river.
I knew the river, but it wasn't the first nor it was 4 letters.
Wow.
Oh.
That was a good chase. That was a good chase. Felt that one. Really
That
did feel
3
that one.
pushbacks indeed helped.
The 3 pushbacks
You
definitely
did
helped.
have a lot of pushbacks.
The
I
three-
think
you-
there was 1 or 2 where I facepalmed.
If you didn't get those pushbacks, you would have been out by now.
Yes.
So
True.
those were absolutely crucial. Well done, contestants. You win.
Yay!
Congratulations. Was that 12,000 between the 3 of you? So that'll be 4,000 virtual pounds doots each. Congratulations.
Could have been 23.
Any final comments, Catnip?
Well done. I thought I would do better, but it was quite a intriguing and quite an entertaining final chase. I would dare say, so that ends up being possibly even more important.
Mhm.
Well, it's still better than Tipster.
It's definitely a better performance than Tipster, yes.
Contestants won today. Let's put it like that.
Contestants definitely won today, yes. But yeah, I think that's all gone quite well despite various technical difficulties going on. I hope everyone had fun. I hope everyone in chat had fun watching that as well, even though they weren't really playing along like a interactive game normally would be. But yeah, it it all kind of came together, even though I've only spent about 12 hours total work on this, I think, just to get it all functional. So yeah, crazy kind of amount of time. Crazy small amount of time to actually work on it. But yeah, it's functional apart from, again, questions being picked weirdly and throwing exceptions, but whatever. But yes, next week we're back to interactive stuff. We're back to the Wonderwall next week. Hello Rex, are you about to start streaming over on the Great Berate channel by any chance? Go and plug that if you want. I believe you're playing Bayonetta, if that's right. I think you're going to be playing Bayonetta over the Great Berate channel on YouTube. I can't raid YouTube channels from here. You'll just have to, go over to YouTube. Otherwise, I would raid if I could, but I can't. Well, thank you very much for everybody playing along and watching. I hope you had fun with it. I eventually did have fun with it after all of that. It was a bit. It was very crazy at the beginning. It was like just things happening, and it all came together. And the actual technical side of things, from contestant answering that, actually all worked without a hitch, which I was very surprised by. But yes, next week Wonderwall. Week after that, 1 versus 100. Week after that, I will be opening up. From tonight, I'll be opening up sign-ups for Duel, which is in 3 weeks' time, hopefully. I know Elias definitely wants to be in on that, so I'm guaranteeing him a spot if he can attend. And there'll be a few spots open for that, and we'll just play for however long we can play for Duel, because those can vary duel lengthwise. It could be 1 question duels, or it could be like 20 question duels. It could be anything like that.
Is that basically just people answer until one gets wrong, one gets right?
It's one of those. Yeah, basically, it's you stay in so long as you can cover the right answer. If you don't cover the right answer at any point, then you are eliminated from the game, and it is possible to have a double elimination from the game if both players don't answer correctly.
Right.
It's a really good game, Duel. So if you're not familiar with it, go and check it up on YouTube. Check the UK version first, because I do prefer the UK version, but the US one is also up there as well. Both they're basically the same game, just the UK one has a better feel to it for me. But yeah. All right, that'll be 3 weeks' time. Will it be UK format? Well, they're basically the same format, really. We're just going to have a winner stays on rather than worry about it being like you have to win 4 in a row to actually win. For there to be a jackpot or anything like that. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you next week for the wall. Bye-bye.